Hi, my name's Peter, I come from London, England, and I've been an English teacher for over 10 years. And I teach all sorts of subjects like business, including marketing. But today, I'd like to show you how to use the BenQ board using one of my subject examples such as marketing. Alright, so when I log into the BenQ whiteboard, there are two ways of doing it. The first way is to log in, and there's a convenient QR code here for you to just scan with your phone, and it would have your personal details which you can log into your own account. And there's another way where you can just use your NFC card, your BenQ NFC card, and just log in like this. Now, in the past, I used my computer to log into Google Chrome, and actually it's the school's computer, so I'm afraid that whenever I log in, they could have access to my account, so I always need to use the incognito mode. But with this way, it's a lot safer and more convenient. You just have your card and you just go straight in. So you could see here that I normally access my lessons by going to the whiteboard first. And over here, I can see all the various storage networks available. I normally use Google Drive, and I usually just access my lessons through these folders. And you can see in week 5, I have my whiteboard ready. I normally do this. And you can see it's really convenient for me to just start and begin teaching. So before the lesson, I use this function very often, and it's called the record function. You can see that the moment I pressed it, it started. So it records my voice and the screen at the same time. It's really convenient when a student misses a class, I could share the video to them, or if I need to check any material that I might have missed, to review. Now, I can save it to any location. This is what I usually do. I stop it, and then I go to my Google Drive, and I save it to recordings where students can access it conveniently. Since I'm teaching lesson 5 today, I go to week 5. And there you go. It's uploaded to the cloud for their reference. Over here it says brands, and it's lesson 5, it's marketing. Now I like to start the lesson off with a nice visual aid, such as a video to explain brands. So moving up easily, I could show my video. I usually show videos.
There are an estimated 300 million companies in the world today.
So the next stage in the lesson would be showing the different types of branding. I like to talk about the influence on buyer behavior, how the logo and the brand impacts the business, including which markets the business operates in. So, for example, Yamaha. I like to do some research with the students and look for more information. I go to the Yamaha website and find some useful, maybe visuals, such as this picture here. I can conveniently show it onto the whiteboard for the students to look at. Now, I mentioned multiple markets, so let's do some more research. So, going to their website, I like to take this one to share with the students. And there we go. It's a very convenient way to put the visuals together and to navigate across the whiteboard. You could see at the bottom, once I finish explaining Yamaha, for example, logos can have a big impact on the business reputation or how customers perceive things, such as the font. And I could slide over to the right and show them another visual. And you can see from the Comic Sans font, the students have a direct example of how it impacts the business, of how customers would remember it or see it as a professional company. So at this stage, I really would like the students to start some of their own work. And I have a set of questions here. It says pick 5 companies you'd like in the list. I would show them an example of how to do it. So using the pen here, I want to show them Apple. So the first question, which country are they from? I can note it down easily with the pen. The US. Now what I often do is turn the pen because it actually has dual colour. So it has blue on one side, red on the other. And the second question, which product service do you like most from each company? I want to show them an example. I'll put 2 here and put the iPhone. If my writing is quite bad or I make a mistake, I can use the erase function with my hand and just swipe over pretty easily here and then rewrite it. Now, when students can't read my handwriting, and it's often quite poor, I like to use this, where I can highlight the information where I want to make it clearer and convert the handwriting to text, like so. And it's very much easy to read. So in this part of the lesson, I'd really like students to try this activity, and it's to find the meaning of the words highlighted in red, the definition. Now, I usually use this toolkit with different boards. You can choose between 2 teams, 2 or 3. I usually use 3. Over here, they can start writing individually in each board, and they have a set of tools to help them. Now, if they don't know what to do or what the question is, I can set it over here. So for example, one of the words is to find the definition of perception. And I could paste it across here for them to start. However, if they have issues, I can actively look through each board and see how they're doing. And in addition, they can also help each other through peer review. In this part of the lesson, I like the students to work in groups. So, I often use something called the cloud whiteboard. And they can join it through this QR code or this link. Once they've joined, I can double check by clicking on this participant list, and we see one group has joined already. Now, to control if they're able to use it or not, I can select or deselect this icon here to control whether they can edit the board. Now, once I've got the cloud whiteboard ready, I'll explain the tasks. So in this one, I like them to look at these companies. First of all is to find the logo of the company, such as in this example we've got Starbucks and we've got the logo here. Next, find which industry does the company work in. We know it's in the coffee shop or cafe industry. And then look at the USP, known as the unique selling point, which makes the company unique or special in their own way. Expect more than a coffee. So for me, it means I think it's promoting a higher quality level of coffee compared to the generic version. So I like them to work on each company in each group. Over here, I can duplicate the board for them to work on. I usually make 2 or 3 because it depends on how many students are in the class. So I can actively check real time what they're doing. And I have the original one at the top. So let's take a look at one of them here. Okay, so we've got Nike, we've got the logo, fantastic. So this group is working on it. Next, they need to find out what industry does it work in. We've got Nike is a sportswear company, fantastic, that's good. And now the last task, you could see that the Starbucks one is here, the Nike one is over there, and it says, bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. If you have a body, you are an athlete. So I can see here, the group put here, it doesn't matter who you are, you can always be an athlete. So that's really interesting. Now, once I've finished looking at each board and discussing with them from their perspective, I can return to the original lesson and continue with the process. In the last part of the lesson, I have a few functions I often use, which is really useful. So you can see here, I could save images, PDF, or EasyWrite. Well, with images and PDF, you can select which ones you'd like to share and save for other people, especially students. If they're absent or they had some kind of important areas I want them to review, I can select which areas I want them to focus on, especially brands with their logos. Once I save it, I can easily export it to any part, especially Google Drive. Finally, if I didn't finish the lesson, I can save it to Google Drive using the Easy Whiteboard format. So I'll go into my drive, pull it in lesson 5 since I haven't finished yet, save it onto cloud, and I can resume later. Or if another teacher is having issue teaching this, I can share what I've done so far.